In this review, we're going to be taking a look at the SH Figuarts Star Wars Jango Fett. Sorry, Fett. Jango Fett. Excuse me, not fat. This is a pretty cool figure. When I saw it on pre-order on Ami, I just kind of had to grab it. Episode 2 is not my favorite, but the cool thing about it was that Jango Fett was featured. So very, very cool that we get to see it in SH Figuarts. Taking a look at the package, actually pretty small for a figure like this. But yeah, nice glossy finish to the box, nice and black. If you can't tell on the package, it says in gold, Star Wars, SH Figuarts, Jango Fett. Taking a look. Oh, you also see the Bandai symbol and Tamashii symbol as well. Taking a look at the side, nice view of Jango Fett right there. And then taking a look at the back, nice silver, shiny silver kind of finish with Jango Fett looking off to the side. And then we see some features and then a nice picture of him firing his weapons, flying off into the air. That's actually the figure, but we don't get any effect parts, sadly. Bunch of gibberish in Japanese. Star Wars on the side. And that's pretty much it. So let's go ahead and open the box and take a look at the figure. With this figure out of the package, I have to say it's pretty badass. Nice paint details. Wow. I'm really impressed. I mean, the only other SH Figuarts figure I have is the Iron Man Mark 46. Yeah, 46. And so that's pretty basic, but this figure is actually really, really cool. Yeah, so nice silver paint for the armor, nice silver finish polish for the guns, a lot of silver and blue, basically. Yeah, pretty cool. Looks like it has a lot of articulation. If you're wondering about the wires, they are actually pretty flexible kind of plastic, so not too shabby there. Also on that side, very cool Jango Fett. Alright, let's go ahead and get into articulation first. Before I go ahead and show this figure off on my newly purchased clear Tamashii stand, yes, I finally got one, there is the backpack as well. It does detach from the figure. Whoops, that's a little... Oops, that was kind of hard. It does detach from the figure itself. It's just a simple peg insert, and the rocket thrusters on the bottom do rotate a little bit. In fact, yeah, full 360. There is a little tab that you can take off at the very bottom of the backpack, and it actually is a little hard to do. There it goes. And then you can see a little hole right there to insert a peg for your Tamashii stand. So basically this is ready to be inserted onto a Tamashii stand for display. Starting with the head, get a full 360 rotation. It's pretty flexible here. You can also, yeah, you got like a double ball joint action going on the neck. You can see underneath the helmet a little bit, but all you can see is the neck, the flesh. No head underneath there, unfortunately. The antenna on the helmet does move, so you can aim and such. So that's cool. It's nice. Moving on to the shoulders, the shoulder armor does move up. It's a little flap. Goes up about that much. And then you can rotate the arm about 360. Yep, full 360. And then we get the bicep pivot. Double articulation in the elbow, but you want to watch out for those wires. They do kind of seem a little fragile. You get full rotation in the hand. It is connected by a ball joint, so it can move up and down and then rotate. The shoulder kind of, yeah, it's a ball joint that's connected to a hinge, I think. But anyways, it slides forward and slides back, so that's pretty cool. Get some good articulation there. Moving on to the torso, nothing really in the midsection, but at the bottom part connecting to the legs, it does kind of move all over the place. So that is obviously a ball joint right there. Pretty cool. This belt kind of seems like it's on its own, just floating, but whatever. Moving on to the legs, it kind of, yeah, you can pull the legs out about that much. Oop, let's pull the other side. Yeah, that looks weird. And then you can kick forward about that high. I wouldn't recommend it. I think there is, yeah, there's a nice little rotation that goes on at the upper part of the hip. So you can move it about that much and that far. Oops. Let's go ahead and put these back in place because Jango Fett looks weird. Moving on to the knees, double bend in the knees as well. You can ankle pivot with the feet. Yeah, just slightly more going inward than out. And then, of course, you get some toe articulation because that's always important. Let's take a look at the nice little treads on the feet. So yeah, good articulation. Let's move on to accessories. Starting off of hands, you get 3 sets, and 4 including the fists that are already on the figure. You get some nice open expression hands, or jazz hands, whatever you want to call them. You get some weird looking pistol holding hands. They have a trigger finger and then the thumb just kind of floating out in the air. So I don't know, these are kind of weird. I'll have to put the gun inside. Here, we'll show the pistols right now. 2 pistols as well. Grabbing one, and then you go ahead and put it in like so. Is that, yeah, I don't know. It's weird the way these hands hold the pistols. But there's the trigger finger underneath there. Yeah, I don't know. That thumb right there just doesn't seem to make sense for me. Or sense to me. But, oops. Focus. Yeah, you can see it. So there's those. And then also we get some pointing trigger finger hands as well. So, yeah, I prefer these. Anyways, other accessories include some other arm guards. There's this one right here that we saw from episode 2 where him and Obi-Wan are fighting and he has to hold on to the rooftop and stop himself from falling down. It's really weird. And then I guess this would also double as a gimmick, but it has this wire and arrow, or not arrow, but tip as well that shoots out. So that's kind of fine. Can you see that on the camera? Yeah, you can see that. And then here's an extended version of it, whoops, with the cable shooting out. So I guess this would also connect to this part as well, because you can see a peg hole right there. And you insert it into that right there, and you can show off Jango Fett shooting off its cable, or his cable, sorry. But, yeah. Now another accessory you get are some a second pair of pistols, but they're not really full-fledged pistols, if you can understand that. They are just simply the handle and then a part of the base of the gun, and it's just pretty much just a set inside the holsters. So yeah, you don't have to use these guns and almost break them or whatever, putting them back into the hard case holsters. God, I can't speak right now. Sorry, guys. But yeah, that's it for accessories. Let's go ahead and take one more look at the figure, and then I'll move into final thoughts. Now, one other thing before I forget is you can detach this forearm piece. It is a little difficult, especially when it's new right out of the box, because it does seem like it's really stuck and or glued. It just takes a little bit of fidgeting and you know, moving it around. Can't take it off, and then you can go ahead and place this part back on. And let's see, where's the attachment part? Where's the peg? So it's a slit peg kind of insert, and then yep, there it is. Now these wires do pop out, but then you can go ahead and place them back in. There's holes right there on the side for you to put them into. There's 3 of them actually. So it is not too difficult at all. It's actually really easy. I can't do it while I'm looking through the view, through the screen on the camera, but trust me when I say it is very easy. And once again, oops, losing focus. Nice quick view of the figure from top to bottom. I'd say in this light it looks really nice. The blue is really popping out the way it's supposed to. All shades, the light blue on the helmet, the darker, closely, I guess close to navy blue, light navy blue. Yeah, really looks exactly like the colors on the costume. So let's take a look at the back. If I can rotate this thing without it falling off the stand. Nice looking backpack. Not bad. Okay. So, all in all, good looking figure. let's go move on to final thoughts now. So is this figure a hit or a miss? I have to say it is a hit in my book. Now, I'm not the biggest Star Wars fan, but I am a fan of the Jango Fett character and the design of the suit and everything. It's my favorite color, blue. I even dare to say that it is, I favor him over Boba Fett, but they're like the same person anyways, they're clones. But the only downside to this figure is that it does not come with effect parts. How hard would it have been to just come with some effect parts for the pistol, or for the pistols or the thrusters, so that we can really utilize the Tamashii stand fully? I mean, come on, would it have been that hard? On top of that, we don't get such great, not articulation, but accessories. Like, we get this one little wire that is supposed to shoot out of his interchangeable forearm pieces, which I guess these are cool to have. I mean, you can recreate moments in the movie, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, effect parts would have been better. Other than that, the paint job is really excellent. The figure looks exactly like the costume in the movie. And on top of that, like, I don't know how many times I've seen a Jango Fett figure where the helmet is like way smaller than it should be. Like, it's a helmet, it should be a little bit bigger than the rest of his body. It's covering a head. I don't know, that's just a small little thing I usually have problems with when I see Jango Fett figures. Articulation is excellent. Like, SH Figuarts never has a problem with their articulation that I've seen. And I know I've only purchased 2 figures, but I always watch other reviews on figures from the SH line. But yeah, it's a cool figure. Is it worth the $50 price tag? That's up to you. I paid it just because, you know, I wanted to get it. And it's not like I get a lot of SH Figuarts all the time anyways. But yeah, it's a great figure. I definitely recommend it, purchasing it. I got mine from AmiAmi.com. You can probably find this figure anywhere. It's out now. So yeah, that was my quicker than usual review on this figure. I don't know, I kind of felt like I rushed it, but whatever. I really like the figure. Thanks for watching, guys. Hit like, dislike, subscribe. Stay tuned for more. Got more Star Wars SH Figuarts coming.